Hello, I'm Dan Marks from Dornbush Partners, and I have with me today Andrew Wielandt. I'm on this week, unfortunately. I wasn't able to engineer an interview that ran over time, so you've got me. And because of that, I thought I'd hassle Andrew this week and put him on the spot about Medibank, which if you haven't seen that in the papers, you haven't had the radio on or actually looked at a paper, so it's been out everywhere. I think the big thing, Andrew, is the Australian Bureau of Statistics tell us that in the next 20 years, people over 85 are going to double in number.
Oh, it's huge. It's if you look at Medibank, Medibank has got 29% market share in a $147 billion market. We got the prospectus this week, the PDS, and it basically showed that in the 202 pages, which Michael, that's why Michael's not here today, he's stuck with an Excel spreadsheet crunching the numbers.
Good work, Michael. And
you'll actually have a good surprise when you see Michael next week too. Little teaser there. Anyway, seriously, the big things that we're getting out of it is that they're looking for about 12% earnings growth, and there's no debt. Normally when governments sell things, they load full of debt. The government's ripped $200 million out of it. Good work if you can get it, but relating to actually financial strength, it is an incredibly strong company.
Yeah.
So, look,
but Andrew, it's an insurer in the healthcare sector.
Absolutely, and we've seen a couple of insurers come on the market of late, in particular Genworth, GMA is the code, and listed at 265, about 340, 350.
Well.
If these are companies that are well managed, again are financially strong, all that type of stuff, in a dominant market position, then they should do pretty well. Probably the key concern with Medibank, and we touched on this last week, is the price. At 155, it's a steal.
Yep.
$2, what do you think?
Well, $2, the yield's still going to be around that 3.5, and franking on top of it, which brings it in at 5 for those people in allocated pensions, so not too bad still.
Yeah. So what are you telling your clients?
Well, we had that Healthscope float, so that was really interesting, wasn't it? And it's done very well on the market. And these it just goes hand in hand with Healthscope, I think. If you owned a building, would you like a doctor in one side of it and a chemist in the other side of it? They just sort of work together.
Yeah, it's a good analogy. We have purposely been underweight healthcare for a while, principally because the dividend's been so poor. Healthscope, not Healthscope. Ramsay, CSL, 1 or 2%. This is one of the first healthcare companies that have actually got a pretty decent yield. So from that point of view, it's pretty good.
How are we going to manage the institutions and the retail expectations? That's all still up in the air, isn't it?
Yeah, and we don't find out till next Friday. So please keep on talking to us, but relating to bids and how you actually pay them and so forth, the actual application form comes out next Tuesday, the 28th. But we can't really start telling you how many shares you're likely to get until next Friday, the 31st. So keep talking to us, but from next Friday onwards, post doing this video next week, we'll be madly ringing people and telling them how they're going. Dan?
Just thinking, any other admin issues around it?
Just be nice to Emmeline Margot. That's my hot tip. Be nice to Emmeline Margot. Not nice, not a lot's going to happen.
Girls, yeah.
What have you been buying? I think I've heard you sort of talking food lately.
Yeah, I've been really looking at the food sector lately, just with the increasing number of middle class in Asia. It's really exploding up there, for want of a better word. And we saw Huon Aquaculture float this week.
Okay.
They kicked in about 10% above their list price. They've subsequently come back a little bit, but they're still hanging around the $4.75. So.
And you and I have looked at Bellamy in the past, that one that came along. Do you want to tell everyone what Bellamy's about?
Bellamy sell baby or health, what is it?
Like powdered milk and that type of thing.
Powdered milk, that's it. It's been a long time since I've had a child.
It's a lot closer to me. Cyclone Isabella.
Here. It sold powdered milk into China, and China's a big market. And we recently saw, although they're not listed on the market, Norco sign a deal, and they're selling, a litre of milk into China at $8.25, I think, per litre. So there's some real benefits up there, isn't there?
It's huge, and Bellamy also got strong contracts in both Coles and also Woolies as well here in Australia. So certainly in the food space, Dan is our resident food expert. Not that you'd tell by looking at him. So if you have any questions about agriculture, certainly a growing area, have a chat to Dan. Otherwise,
just one thing. Next week I'm off to Smaller Companies Conference in Brisbane. So hopefully next weekend, if I can't manage to dodge this again, I'll have a few stats around commodities for those that are interested.
Oh, that'll be interesting, mate.
Yeah.
Okay, till next week. Thanks very much.